So, boys, I'm pretty sure the girl watches this channel. But hey, guys, so if I just wake up one day, you just smell the air, you feel good and everything, and then you realize, say, woman a fuckery, right? And then you have like, yo, this university is here to help you. The Red Pill University. I don't know if it's actually, I don't know if it's actually a Red Pill University. I never heard about it until now.
Humans are
Well, let's go ahead and watch the video.
living in a state of total illusion. Everything they think they're doing is just in their minds. It's not real. If they want to experience reality, well, then they have to escape the matrix. And to do that, they must take the red pill. Now, only then can they see the world the way it really is.
What? Alright, I understand. But I don't like the red pill. Here's my perspective on this, because I think about this very often, right? It's not that we need to escape reality, right? We need escape reality. It's not that or take a red pill. We just need to simply acknowledge reality. What we usually do, because we get so absorbed in whatever we are currently the activity that we're doing, we don't stop to like take in our entire environment, like just breathe in the air. I'll probably just rant about this for way too long. It's 20 seconds.
After this, there is no turning back.
Fucking talking about.
Let's talk about college. In 1990, the average cost of a four-year bachelor's degree at a private university was $9,000, and 80% of students graduated with no student debt and a well-paying job that allowed them to buy a home and raise a family without having to make a damn OnlyFans or a Patreon page that hosts exclusive content for $5 a month. Today, the cost of that same four-year degree is $62 grand, 7 times more expensive, and the average student leaves college unemployed with 40 grand in student loan debt.
So it makes you wonder, why the frick are you going to school now? Anyway, you could simply like sell it. I literally saw a video about like this one girl, like, how are you famous? Kid was like, how are you famous? And then the whole joke was, oh, she does OnlyFans, right? And it's like, you see the thing, that's the easiest way for chicks to make money. I don't know, men can do it too, but I don't know, man. You guys can try if you want. Like,
only to be stuck mixing margaritas and making latte art in Bushwick, wishing to God they went to trade school for HVAC installation. Still, enrollment
or working at McDonald's. Oh my God.
Numbers haven't dropped really, and the youth appears to still be playing the damn game, forking over wads of cash to four-year private universities like Brown, Chapman, Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Loyola University, New Orleans campus. But let's keep it real, yo.
So for why New Orleans campus? Like, the other campuses not the expensive version?
Schools are telling us bullshit. What if I told you you didn't have to do that? You can learn just as much and even more with a proper red-pilled education at Red Pill University. According to their website, the Red Pill University is a coalition.
That is their actual name.
Of individuals and organizations that share a common problem, which is that peaceful, law-abiding citizens are experiencing ever-increasing control over their lives by governments and corporations. The Red Pill University was founded by Edward Griffin, an American author and filmmaker that some people call a conspiracy theorist.
Hi, I'm Ed Griffin, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Red Pill Expo, which is a project of Red Pill University.
So as you can see, we're in front of Holiday Inn right now. But it's not just a regular weekend at Holiday Inn. Inside right now is the Red Pill University Benefactor Private Meeting, where all the benefactors who pay over $500 a month to Red Pill University are here to discuss all things red pilled. So we're gonna go inside, see if we can see what's going on, and maybe, hopefully, gain some knowledge. We decided to start off in the conference room where Dr. Lee Merritt.
So, from what I'm getting, red pill has been co-opted, basically. The word red pill has been co-opted to mean something completely different, because from what I'm getting is red pill is basically, it's still escaping the matrix, right? But it has nothing to do with only men. It's like escaping reality, like the government control, like realizing what's happening in the world. But it's not like men being mean to women and junk. So they literally took. They keep doing this. People need to stop doing that. I never knew
who's from a small town where chickens are illegal, was giving a
chickens are illegal. Bitch, what do you eat?
presentation on how the ruling class is controlling citizens using nefarious tactics.
You're either being blackmailed, you're being extorted, or you're going to be murdered.
You see what I mean? It's not about fucking men hate. Oh my God, why did they call it? Let's just call it. Can we all agree to just call it? Just separate them. The red pill is different from the manosphere, because the manosphere pisses me off. The red pill seems like something I can fuck with. I'm not crazy, but I mean, like, I could fuck with it.
One of the things that woke me up to the fact that this is a global conspiracy to murder us, at the very top are the controllers. One thing they never tell you.
Damn, look at them
people in
shoes.
charge worship Moloch, the old religion, sacrifice children, and promote cannibalism.
First of all, that's a doll. You could see that. No one's gonna fucking eat this black man. Come on, be fucking fair. Granted, they are conspiracy theorists, so like.
And I don't know about you, but I just don't go to dinner parties like this. So who benefits? And I'm just throwing this out there. They're keeping their bloodline very, very tightly controlled so they don't lose these powers. I mean, I'm not saying they're not human beings for sure, but I'm just saying something's wrong here.
Is this her graph? Like this? Is this really her graph with two turning?
The reason that you don't know his name is they hide in the shadows. When children are used up, they're parted out for organ parts. They're forced to do this at some point. If you take the money and the fame, you're bought into this.
Yeah, nothing to see here. I'm sure that's what you guys do on the weekend also. Mock killings, and kissing skulls.
They're openly satanic. Red, black, anger, fear, lies, deception, propaganda.
Bro, this seems like such a funny place to be at. I would be there laughing my ass off. It's like, what the fuck? Really? Is this what you believe? But you know, the funny thing is, they're probably right about some things, or at least the order of some things, and then like at some point they just go completely off track. Like they're making sense, and then you hear the rest like, wait, what did the fuck did you just say? What did you just say?
And so, yeah, there was a CIA project the last 6 years against me, but I take that as an honor. Stop following orders. Resistance is victory. Out here's for G. Everett Griffin again.
I'm not going to change my message. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
G. Edward Griffin.
Unvaccinated lives do matter. And I used to be a spinal and orthopedic
Whoa. Yes, they do. But please get vaccinated. Please get vaccinated.
surgeon, and now I'm a professional medical rebel. We can't accept evil, and we can't participate in evil. Don't let them use your hands to kill people. It's time to repent and turn away from that. Don't participate. And how much is your job worth?
The power of Christ compels you. Please get vaccinated.
Coming after your children.
What do you mean?
There's a pattern here of killing the elderly, killing the Down syndrome patients. I didn't read a Bible for 40 years of my life. I'm not a churchgoer. I'm just saying there's real good, there's real evil. You need to choose the right side here.
Needless to say, I was...
So what about the gray area? What about, let's say, a policeman that killed in order to stop a killing? You get what I'm saying? Like he shot the nigga who was about to shot another nigga. Right? Right? Well, what is he? Is he good or evil? Can he not just be gray? See, let's not put every actions in binaries. I don't know who's killing the elderly or the Down syndrome patients. I hope they stop if that's really real, though.
Less than surprised that this was the curriculum within Red Pill University.
We are living in a parallel universe. We're living in an alternate universe.
Red Pill University is conspiracy theorist. Take it away from the manosphere. Y'all take back your word.
We do not understand what reality is, and the red pill is the pill that allows people to understand and see the world as it really is.
How many people are enrolled in Red Pill University?
In the whole program, I think we've got close to 25,000 total. Americans are waking up, and I'm really excited because I think we have maybe a higher level of people understanding that truth and starting to question the authorities.
You know, it's funny because the Red Pill University is basically that old psychologist thing. I don't remember who exactly. Perception versus reality, right? So basically, It's how you perceive the world versus what the world actually is. And the red pill universe, they seem to be saying like, wake up from what your perception of the world is, like you're whatever you're being controlled, blah blah blah, and look at reality, right? That seems to be their goal. But it's ironic because they are doing the same thing. The whole red pill thing is just their perception of the world and not reality on the whole. So they talk about like waking up about and shit like that, but I don't think they're actually in reality themselves. They're still in their own perception of the world. So that was also my starting point. Like that's it. The whole thing about it's just your perception versus reality. You need to stop perceiving the world from your point of view. No, sorry. You need to stop perceiving the world from your perception and just accept reality as is, right? Like there are things that are just simply facts, and you need to live with them. You can't change facts.
Ask questions. Doesn't matter what subject it is. If you don't ask the questions, you're not doing your part as a citizen to say, well, I don't know, why would we do that? We just go along with it. I think that's the biggest thing that's getting everyone in trouble is we're not asking questions anymore. We've quit that part.
And that's what we need to do.
And that's the thing too. Like, you see what you say, you're not asking questions. Sometimes when people ask questions, it's some of the dumbest shit, especially when like it's a proven fact that this indeed is how it is. And they ask a question asking like, let's say, why? And then you explain why. And then they try to give you another reason why that's not. And you're looking at like, I'm not about to argue with you because you're something dumb as shit. This is a fact. This is how it actually works, a scientific proven thing. And I'm not about to argue with you about how this goes. So that's basically what I'm saying. You're not asking. Sometimes people ask too much questions, right? And some dumb shit. I'm just flat earthers or something.
Americans are all about having the freedom, having the
Like, how much of them do you think are actually flat earthers in that room? Like, I'm just wondering.
ability
how
to
much?
question authority, to question when we're told something. We should have the freedom to make the choice for ourselves.
The goal is to red pill people, just like the Matrix. Take the blue pill, stay asleep, take the red pill and wake up.
I think Obama's running the White House. I think he's serving his third term. I don't think anything is accidental.
Obama has been spotted at the White House
Obama's,
multiple times since his
third
presidency,
term?
missing a jump shot.
I think it's all being orchestrated, it's being planned, it's being implemented in a way that steers us into a one-world collectivist government. Everything that's happened in the world is planned. I do a podcast called Connecting the Dots.
In a way, it's comforting being around so many conspiracy theorists. Not because I spent so many of my formative years in the halls of their conferences and trade shows, but because they possess a true confidence in the human spirit, or rather, the ability of mankind to keep secrets for a long period of time.
Exactly. Like, it's all just the thought that someone is hiding something from you. Which, again, it's probably true that people are hiding stuff. But sometimes it's not.
In a world where constant human error, loose-lipped clout chasers, and other random variables throw straightforward operations way off track on a daily basis, it's almost comforting to envision a larger, perfectly coordinated nebulous force pulling the strings behind the scenes.
And that's the thing also with religion, right? This is random. People need religion to just not accept that maybe we are alone in this world. Like, they need to look at a higher power so they could find purpose or meaning. But in reality, there probably is.
It assigns order to chaos, while allowing adherents to skip the intellectual legwork of figuring out who the hell these controllers actually are. Lizards? Demons? Nephilims? Hakubians? Jews?
What's an Hakubian?
Probably all the above. The point is that somebody's got a plan.
What's the history of the university? Like, who started it?
That would be Mr. Griffin's thing. He wants to leave a legacy of knowledge behind for people. So G. Edward Griffin did start that, and since all his stuff goes clear back to the 69.
So this is G. Edward Griffin, right?
This is.
What can you tell us about the man himself?
He is a smart man. At 93 years old, I think he's got...
93? This nigga is 93?
more knowledge and more ability than people at 30 do. And he just really wants the knowledge out there for people to grow with it.
What do you think's like the best DVD here, if you could recommend one purchase? 'Cause I'm going to buy something.
But I would say The World Without Cancer is a cover on the B-17. And since cancer is getting bigger and bigger and becoming more of a problem, people need alternatives.
I truly believe Ed's biggest legacy.
What fucking alternative?
Is World Without Cancer, simply because if you take away your health, you'll pay all your money to get your health back. We know the answer to cancer. We've known it for, in the United States, probably 100 years. People have been wiping out cancer with nutrition, and we've known about it, but they've done a great job at keeping us not knowing that. So basically you're treated like an idiot if you believe that cancer is a nutritional deficiency, and that's what it is. This world is not about healing people. This world is about money, finances.
The answer is that the modern medical...
You see, like, that's what I'm saying. They'll say things that make sense, and they'll say things that do not make sense, because the world is about money and finances. Like, the money rules the world. But the whole cancer thing, no, maybe not.
business model is to control a disease and keep it alive, but never cure it.
It's much more profitable to treat someone with chemotherapy, radiation, and drugs or surgery, and less profitable doing it with nutrition.
That's a bad business model. If you...
Yeah, he's right. But maybe he's also wrong. You know what I'm saying? They say good
cure a disease, you lose a customer.
Follow the money all the way down the rabbit hole. You end up in a battle between good and evil. That's what it comes down to. If you get down to the deepest parts of it, and many people nowadays are going down the rabbit hole and finding the extreme evil that they find on the bad side, let's call it, the collectivism side, where everybody's grouped together in the same pile. And the other side of it is the individual sides. And I know that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but I have all the facts to back it up, and I have...
At least he realizes. I don't have to say it.
I have all the information to back it up, so that's my passion.
You ever feel like there's an institution built on feeding you information that may or not be true in a sick attempt to make you a mindless cog in their belief system? That's because there is, and it's called the mainstream media. Different outlets push different agendas, shaping...
I don't watch the mainstream media. I don't watch media at all. I got my news from YouTubers, sometimes streamers.
The story to fit their own narrative, which is why independent reporting matters, and we here at Channel 5 are committed to bringing y'all raw.
Also, I don't live in the United States, so why the fuck would I be watching their news?
Unfiltered coverage straight from the streets. But before we even go put boots on the ground, we get informed using Ground News. Ground News is a dope-ass news aggregate that lets you see exactly how different media outlets, left, right, and center, are covering the same story using their bias distribution tool. Just look at how the mainstream media is covering Michelle Obama's recent comments about the Trump administration's deportation policy. This article's headline from the left-wing radical Huffington Post reads, Michelle Obama reveals what keeps her up at night about Trump's second term, while the far...
You see, I still don't know the left and the right. I'm confused. I know like who's on which side, but like what they stand for, it makes sense. I don't know what they stand for because I'm like not from there, but still.
All right.
I like information. I keep hearing everything about it, but I don't understand.
Gateway.
Maybe I'm just retarded.
Pundit reports Michelle Obama claims deportation issue keeps her up at night after her husband deported 3 million illegals. With Ground News, you can track and compare these dueling narratives to see what's actually being said and, most importantly, what's being left out.
But isn't that true though? Like, why would she say that when her husband like deported 3 million people? Bitch.
Another thing I love about Ground News is how it actually helps you figure out what's really news by showing you how many sources are covering a story. For example, the story about Mark Carney's Liberal Party winning Canada's recent election has 612 news sources. So you know it's not just some bullshit being covered by a handful of small outlets. That kind of transparency lets you judge the credibility of an article before repeating it in a conversation and realizing you've been fed a one-sided narrative and are now a cog in the machine. Another feature I love to use is called the blind spot tool, which shows you the stories that might not be appearing in your typical media bubble. We know that it's easy to get trapped in an algorithmic echo chamber, and Ground News helps you break out of that cycle by surfacing stories you might otherwise miss. And we can't miss a thing here at Channel 5, which is why we trust Ground News to help us cut right through the noise. And right now, you can subscribe for 40% off the Unlimited Access Vantage plan, which comes out to less than $5 a month. Just scan the QR code or click the link below to sign up. So check it out, stay informed, and don't let the media tell you what to think.
One really...
Hear that guy's drawing? Join Ground News.
Cool thing that I've learned about Red Pill University is that if you get to that final benefactor tier, you actually get free legal counsel from someone named Paimon Matahede, who created something called the Freedom Law School. So I looked him up. He's actually the most wanted man in America by the IRS.
What?
He owes them like $60 million. But I've seen some videos of him and he seems pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go in there and see if I can find him. But surprisingly, Paimon was the one who found us. And of course, he was passing out the true food of freedom, pickles.
I bought it from a local store.
Oh, hell yeah, thanks, dude.
Anybody else got one, huh, Bubbies? The best pickles? My name is Paimon Matahede.
If he can find him, why can't the IRS find him? Maybe they're not looking. I don't know how the IRS works.
And I am the most wanted man by the IRS, and I've defeated them, as you can see by the cartoon right there. This is IRS myth and the IRS reality. Don't be afraid of the myth. Look at the reality. IRS stands for, it's as you see up here, it's really.
You fucking bit. I got tricked.
The Soviet Union in America is collapsing. IRS is a failed agency. They are a creature of the media. They're the same one for over 100 years told us IRS is a god that will take you. In fact, look at the cartoons I got here. Look right here. These cartoons really tell it to you. This is the United States government. They claim they're here to help us, but they're not. There's a famous saying that people suffer for lack of knowledge. And it is true. And what is the solution? Seek the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
It could also get you killed.
And that's what the Red Pill Expo is all about.
What's your position here at the university?
Well, the Red Pill University is different than other universities out there. It's not a government-approved or sanctioned university. It's a forum where people get to educate themselves. Because real education is not what someone indoctrinates you in your brain. It's you yourself seeking the truth and empowering yourself. Freedom Law School, which I'm president of, for example.
You see what I mean? Like, he talks some really good shit, and then he'll probably say some outlandish shit. Because that makes sense. Like, education is really not just going to school and get yourself indoctrinated with whatever fucking politics or whatever they want to tell you, right? It's literally just finding something that you want to do and seeking that, learning that. Like, engineering, people do that on their own. Coding, people do it. Like, he says good shit, but let's see if he continues saying good shit.
I provide courses.
I mean, the IRS thing was kind of outlandish, but yeah.
For people to educate themselves about the law, and by understanding basics of law, how they can be free. In America, for example, we've been turned into slaves. There is no law requiring us to file and pay federal income taxes. I have not filed and paid any federal income taxes openly, and teaching others to do the same for over 30 years.
So is that why you're wanted by the IRS? You're just not paying your taxes? Taxes are a myth. What?
There's 7 steps to free yourself of IRS deception, robbery, and slavery.
After speaking to...
If people go to jail for that, like, why? Why is he not in jail? What am I? He said publicly. Maybe he does it privately. You see, words are key.
Paimon, it was time to meet the man himself, G. Edward Griffin, the creator of the university. Griffin has been in the game for decades, speaking out against things like the Federal Reserve, different aspects of communism, and has been critical of the United Nations. Some of his better-known works include World Without Cancer, The Discovery of Noah's Ark, The Capitalist Conspiracy, and The Creature from Jekyll Island. We purchased a copy of The Creature from Jekyll Island and lined up to see Edward Griffin in person and ask him a few questions.
Well, looks like we're coming to the end of the line.
Yes, this is
so
it.
drum up some more new business here.
You cool if we film a little bit?
Yeah.
Can you tell us your name and what year you were born?
I can't think of anything funny to say, so I'll just say my name. I'm Ed Griffin. I was born in 1931. I was raised up on the east side of Detroit, which is considered to be a not such a good part of town. I had no idea of that when I was young. I thought it was quite normal. Was fortunate enough to go to school, learn a few things, and then I got serious about life when I found out what was happening in the real world.
What do you think is the main issues facing the world today?
Freedom. I would say in one word, it's individual responsibility, individualism, the freedom to be fulfilled in what you want to do and what you feel you should do, freedom to be human.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot.
You see what I mean? Like this, that was brilliant because he's right. We do lack the freedom, because we're tied down by so many things. Society on a whole, for some reason, has now shackled everybody. Well, if you don't have enough money to not be shackled. But he's right. Freedom.
Man, I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So what name should I put in here?
You can just put Andrew.
A-N-G-R-E-W.
Yeah, thanks.
You gonna read it, Andrew?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna read it.
Are you?
Andrew,
I am.
What do you think it's okay becoming deceptive at places like this and tell people you're from channel whatever?
I am from
know
Channel
who
5.
you are.
Wait till you see the video that we make.
Okay, so this is gonna be on. This isn't a documentary.
No,
thing.
this is for YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I promise.
So it's YouTube, but you're
Yeah.
not channel whatever.
I am Channel 5 on YouTube.
Are you? Channel 5 on YouTube. Okay. Well, I'm just saying, I don't like the deception, man. I watch your stuff. Some of your stuff's okay, but you know you're coming here to punk these people.
Don't
yes,
think that's
you
true.
are. 100%.
Andrew, what's your most important thing?
In life?
Come on, just ignore him. Because why would you come at the band so aggro, bro? It's like the entire time I've never thought this dude was coming here to punk. He doesn't seem to be playing a joke. He seems to be genuinely interested in the Red Pill University and what they're doing. And because he's so invested, I got invested. And this dude just took me out of my fucking investment.
Probably being independent, not selling out.
I mean, this is the guy. That's why,
Yeah.
I highly respect you.
I've been watching
I hate
his-
to have you put him in a negative light.
I bet you I'll give you 10 grand if he looks bad.
10 grand.
Yes.
Well, that's nice. I'm Jason Burgess.
Andrew.
I know
Hey,
who you are.
if this
I know
guy
who
looks
you are.
if this guy looks bad, I'll give you $10,000.
All right, well, that's good, because, he's done some great
That has nothing to do with that.
You're not going to take the 10 grand?
I'll take the 10 grand.
No, I'm just saying, I actually care about this. So.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm interested in alternative education in general.
Will
Yeah.
you do my show?
He said his name was Jason.
What show? Why didn't he get... What? Was that the whole ploy? Your whole chess move? Check me? Did you get checkmate? Did you win? What the fuck?
Jason Burmez.
Hey everybody, Jason Burmez here.
And claimed to be the creator of Loose Change.
I'm the guy that did Loose Change.
A controversial documentary from back in the day about the September 11th attacks. I should note that Burmez is not the director, but one of 6 producers involved, alongside Alex Jones and Tim Spark. Coincidentally, a fair amount of people credit Loose Change as being their red pill moment.
But I'm a freedom of speech guy. The thing is that I see so much of the deplatforming for misinformation or disinformation that may or may not be. Obviously, they've shifted that with things like malinformation, right? Which can be truthful, but it's basically...
I've seen so much disinformation. I've never seen anyone got banned. Come on, bro. Twitter has every fucking thing wrong with it. No one has been banned. Has anybody been banned from Twitter recently? I'm pretty sure I haven't seen anybody been banned recently. Come on.
harmful to their agenda. That's a problem for me. And again, it seems like a right-left issue on that thing, but flip the script and have it be someone the Republicans don't like, and I think they do the same thing.
You are fake news.
I don't think conservatives are going to save us. I don't think the Republicans are going to save us. I don't think the Democrats are going to save us. I think it is individuals, and quite frankly, individualism, that's why he's important, is really what the Constitution and Bill of Rights are really all about, right? They're enshrining the rights of an individual, especially with the First Amendment, your freedom of speech, and your Fourth Amendment, to be free in your persons and property. And I think that's important.
I wanted to ask you, in your opinion, what can we do to make our reporting more fair?
It's a good question, man. I'm not necessarily against the gotcha moments, right? And this is the first time we've met, so I don't know what's in your heart.
Positivity, for sure.
Well, I hope so, Andrew. I'm all about people that are motivated and putting things out there. And like I said, I've seen your stuff, and I realize, you were able to sell something to HBO, which is incredible, right? That's very tough to do in this day and age. I just want something that is not pushing either side, because I think the extremes on both sides are ridiculous, man.
For sure.
And I'll watch some more of your stuff, and maybe I'll have a little more constructive criticism. But I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I hope that you understand, when I see G. Edward Griffin, I kind of, I don't want to see that guy get punked. The other guys, well, whatever. I guess that's it, Andrew.
Cool, thanks, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Well, surprise, everybody. I got kicked out. I guess they figured out that I was not indeed a benefactor. I don't give them $500 a month. I'm just a guy who cares about the truth. It's a bummer they think that I'm a, hardcore, Antifa, Daily Show, HBO, Deep State, Biden sellout, but, fuck it, we gotta keep pushing. But this is a very nice hotel with a great pool, so I'm probably gonna go in the hot tub and try to red pill myself without any help. because obviously they don't want to assist me in my red pilling. Hey, but Pete, there's 2 crickets fucking right here. What the hell? You guys ever seen that before?
Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News. Channel 55, we don't fuck with customs.
I think that's the end of the video. Anyway, that was a good video, but you see what I mean about... that was a good video, by the way, but you see what I mean? Like, they say really good stuff and then they say outlandish stuff. It's very weird. I guess that's why they call Andrew Tate red pill, because he also says the same thing. He'll say some thing that you can agree with and then fucking just make a 180 and he's like, what the fuck, bro? What the... Anyway, but that's the end of the video, guys. This is a good video. Should go ahead and like the video. You know, it will be in the description. I don't even think anybody makes it this far, but anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Bye.